Hey guys, I heard you were feeling a little nervous about sixth grade camp. So if you can go bring your child over to the screen, grab your packing list, get everything, and then we'll get started. Follow me. Okay, grab some paper. These are index cards and a marker because we are not losing anything on this trip. The first thing you need to get is all of your bedding and count them, two trash bags. Expert tip from your sixth grade team, because apparently when these get opened up at camp, they get destroyed. So the first thing you're going to do is open up one bag and put the other bag inside. Okay. Now, depending on your comfort level for sleeping, talking to campers now, you're going to need to decide what you would like on your bunk at camp. You're definitely going to want a pillow and either sheets on the bed and a sleeping bag or blankets. Personally, I like to use a twin sheet and my sleeping bag, but here we go. I'm going to start with the pillow, put it in the bottom, make a nice base. Then I've got my sheets, Pocahontas, don't judge. Got those for a graduation present in the 1900s. And then I've got a blanket. Might need some help rolling that up. Squish it in there. I do have my little friend. And, sometimes I get chilly, so I'm going to throw in one more blanket, and this will be everything I need for a cozy night. Now, depending on what kind of trash bag you have, it might have ties or something like that, but it's always smart to push the air out, give it a little tie, make sure it's a good handle, and then where's that Sharpie? Right here. So I'm going to write my name on there. Clark. And then I just grabbed some of this packing tape from Dollar Tree. Oh boy, and it came undone, so I won't make you watch me do that part. Why don't you work with me? 6, 7 minutes later. I got the tape to work. Okay, gonna grab a couple pieces and just tape my name right on the bag. Just like that. Ain't no mixing up my bag. All right, there's my bag. We're gonna set that to the side and get started with everything else. Okay, so for this next segment, you're gonna thank me later. You're gonna need 2 plastic grocery bags and your pajamas, because here's what happened. We have an amazing time at camp. Everybody goes to campfire or back to their cabins for showers. We take turns, okay? And every morning we find a trail from the cabins to the shower house of students' belongings. Now, nobody ever claims the dirty underwear. Okay, to be honest, we throw it out. But I get worried when I find clean underwear on the trail, because what did they put on after the shower? So here's the solution. You're going to make these bathhouse bundles. Just grab any old shopping bag and you're going to put your stuff in it so it can't get lost. So pajamas and new underwear. That's what we put on after the shower. Pajama top, bottom, and undies in the bag. That's for the first night. Another bag. Pajama top, bottom, and undies in the bag. And by the third night, you'll be at home. Once you have your 2 bathhouse bundle buddies bagged up, just set them to the side. They'll be ready for you on the night that you go to shower first. And let's get together the rest of our shower time stuff. So you'll want to grab 2 more plastic bags. Again, you don't have to have fancy ones, but I would double bag your soap, because I've learned a few things in my life and my travels. So just put your soap and shampoo in the 2 bags. Deodorant, not optional. It's camp. Put all that stuff in there. And then that way, when you pack this in your suitcase, if it does leak a little bit, it won't get all your other stuff wet. So just twist that off and set it to the side. We'll put all this in your suitcase in a second. Now, you get all clean, you have your stuff. We got to dry. And if you'd like to take a washcloth, here's what I use these storage bags because they have a little spot you can write your name. Just gonna clerk that up. And that way, because your washcloth like stays wet, you can bring it home in that. So I just put it in there to start with. And we'll put all of this, for starters, in who took my grocery bag? It was you. Can you go get it? Great. So I would suggest, can I have that please? I would suggest something like this, one of those like reusable shopping bags, because this way, when it's time to leave your cabin and go down to the shower house, you've got everything you need. So let's have Crocs or flip-flops, something that's fine to wear between the cabin and the shower house or even in the shower, but not around camp. So we're going to put those on the bottom. We're going to put our towel and our washcloth and our shampoo, and that's it. Okay. And we're going to set all that to the side because this will go in our luggage. Okay. Well, we're on the subject of hygiene. Toothbrush, toothpaste, maybe a rinsing cup, whatever you want to do. I usually just layer Ziploc bags. We got the little ones again. You keep your toothbrush by itself in there because gross. Label it and then grab one more like gallon Ziploc maybe, or it doesn't have to be a Ziploc, just grocery bag. And just put anything else you need in the bathroom, okay? So like hairbrush or comb, anything else you might need in the bathroom, just whether it's a fancy bag or not, put it all in there. Make sure your name's on it, and you can put that with your luggage. Okay, one last thing about self-care. You should not be bringing to camp things like Tylenol or Tums. If you're allowed to take those medications, the nurse will have them and the nurse will take care of all of that. Now, if you have something like medication from a doctor, a prescription, that also goes to the nurse, but it needs to be in a bag with the notice from the doctor that it was part of the camp paperwork. Okay? So all of that goes together and gets set to the side because it's going to be handed over at luggage drop off and check in. All right. Now, before you do your whole suitcase, you want to get all your stuff out and then we'll start loading it in. Okay, here goes nothing. You can use a suitcase or a duffel bag or whatever you have available, but we are going to work backwards so you have space because you're going to wear the really bulky stuff. Okay, so you lay out all your camping clothes and you pick what you're going to wear to school the day that you leave for camp. So I'm going to start here with shirt and shorts. I'm going to put a hoodie on. If it's too hot, I'll just tie it around my waist or whatever. But that way I don't have to save room. I'm going to pull out some undies, some socks, and I'm going to wear my bulkiest shoes. So I've got my hiking boots. I'm just going to set all that to the side so that I can put that on before I leave for school. Next, I'm going to grab a bunch of undies and socks because sometimes it rains. In fact, sometimes it rains the whole time and you can't just dry off. So grab undies, socks, maybe put them in like a side pocket so you can find them easily, or maybe just along the edge. So if all you really need to change is socks or undies, you can just grab them. Next, we're going to grab our, what is this, shower bag and put it sort of at the bottom so we know those shampoo bottles are not going to be rolling around all over on top of everything. Okay, so look, I'm just, this home theater isn't the best, but it's what we got. Okay, next I'm going to grab my shoes. Now, I understand that not everybody has like a a backup pair or an old shoes because maybe you grew out of them, but maybe just ask around your family. Like if a sibling or a parent has like some old shoes that they don't really care if they go to camp with you, and those will be a backup in case the other ones get like super wet because nobody wants to wear wet shoes. All right, clothing time. We're gonna save our jammies for the end here. I'll put my other products in, nestle it next to my shampoos. Oh, my raincoat, I'm also gonna leave to the side. I lied, there's more bags. Two, in fact, one kitchen bag for putting your dirty clothes in. And I forgot to tell you, the great thing about these little bundles is after you take your shower and you're all clean and you put on the clean clothes you put in here, you can put your smelly clothes in here. And that way your whole suitcase won't smell like dirty socks. So there's a pro tip for that. We're going to tuck these in. Oh, and this last black bag is for if it's raining when you leave for camp. Because if you are, you can just put the whole thing in here. Or if you're coming home, you can do the same. So we're just tucking those in here empty. Now it's time to think about what we wear. I'm going to leave my medication bag out to the side. Sorry, don't want to forget that. So long pants, short pants, long sleeve, short sleeve. I like to do a mix. You can look at the forecast a couple days ahead of time. So I got a couple pairs of shorts. I got a pair of jeans, and I'm going to take some sweatpants because sometimes it's going to be warmer later, but I just want to have my shorts on. So that's nice. Or if you need an extra layer, you put them on at night. I'm going to grab my selection of Wilson t-shirts and tuck those in. Maybe just one more long sleeve shirt because why not? Okay, and I just want to show you we're doing okay here. Like that all fits in a duffel bag. So what else needs to happen? Well, there's a last selection of things that you might want on your person. When you're at camp, you're wearing your clothes, your stuff is back at the cabin. Sorry, I'm just looking around. Maybe you want hat or sunglasses, okay, because we're out in the woods or on the field. So I would grab, there's always one more bag. I would grab something like this, like a drawstring bag. You don't need like a whole backpack, but let's think about when you're away from your cabin, what you might like to have in it. And this will be what you wear to school on the day that you leave because you can take this on the bus. Okay, so maybe we don't know about rain. I'm gonna put my raincoat because you will want a raincoat in there. My hat and sunglasses, tuck that in there. We're not taking food. Who put this here? That doesn't work. We are not taking cell phones. We're not taking knives or anything sharp. We are going to grab a water bottle that you can refill. Okay. Oh, right. If you wear glasses during the day, I might suggest you throw in a glasses case. Just if you're doing an activity where you have to take them off, or at night so you can tuck them in there. I'm going to put that right in here because who knows? Now, some optional things might be like, depending on your comfort level, bug spray or sunscreen while you're doing some of the outdoor activities. But really, all the rest of your needs are taken care of. So I'm going to show you what I've got left here. I'm going to zip up my bag. I'm taking my medication and I'm putting that right on top so that I can take it out when I get to school, hand it over to the nurse. Now, wait a second. What are we missing? I'm not going to make you watch me fight with the tape again, but I will label. Now, where's my marker? Can fund the Clark Studio next year. I'm going to put one more label on here. And actually, here's another pro tip for somebody who's been through a lot of airports a long time ago. Put a label inside your bag so that if the one on the outside gets detached, you can still find it. Right? We're going to tape that on right on top. So when I leave for school, I'm going to put on my clothes, my hiking boots. This can go on the bus. The luggage gets dropped off ahead of time. Oh, one more pro tip. Maybe you get chilly when you sleep. You want my advice? Grab a beanie. You'll stay warm. Okay, guys. I think that's it. I'm going to take my one suitcase. I'm going to take my great big bag of everything. And I'm going to camp. See ya. Oh, let's turn it off. Bye, guys. Okay, my last, I think my last Ziploc bag needs to have your medication. Now, if you, no, I need to redo that. Bye. Before you get started, you have to get, I'm so bad at that. Okay, now I've heard there is a real problem with losing things at camp. So what you're going to do is be an expert labeler. I am bad at this, James. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to say thanks for watching. Don't be afraid. And I hope you make lots of good friends at camp. And also change your underwear.